Hello, stars, and welcome back to another episode of the Club Rush. Today, I am here with my co-host Daniel. we have,
Thank you for calling me by my real name.
yes, we are here with QSA, Ari, and Gail. Say hello.
Hi.
Sup?
How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
All right, let's get into the interview.
Could you guys do us a quick favor and just name off your roles in the club and what grade you're in?
I'm Ariana. Uh, I'm a senior and I'm the parliamentarian.
I'm Gail. I am a junior and I am spirit coordinator.
So, one of the first questions I want to ask you, me as a cisgendered male who is also a heterosexual, sometimes it is hard for me to understand how other people are feeling because you guys just don't get nearly as much representation, as much love, as much, things in general as, you know, heterosexual people do. Every commercial has a male and a female, and, sometimes looking into QSA and other groups to that nature, it almost seems intimidating for us who just don't know. So, for some of those people who are out there who are interested but are just intimidated of actually trying or asking, what would you suggest for them to do?
That's kind of a tricky question because I feel like a lot of the times, especially now, nobody wants to offend anybody. But like if you find a way to ask a question like respectfully, you can totally do it. And I know, like me personally, I don't have any problems with answering questions that I know the answer to or have experience with. So I feel like just asking the question in like a respectful manner, and like if somebody doesn't want to answer the question, then just don't push it and you could research it or something like that.
Okay, good to know.
I
Okay.
think, yeah, I agree. Just respecting boundaries is the best way to find information. And nowadays, like, it seems scary, but it's so easy to just type into Google what you're looking for, and most people are going to be willing to help you anyway.
Okay.
No, yeah, I had to break a barrier with my friends asking questions, so I just wanted to make sure, that people could do that within QSA.
Yeah, of course. Like I know I kind of just research on my own time, and so I'm just like a little library for like information.
You hear it here first. You got questions? Come to Ari.
Totally. And I'm always free all the time, so I have time to answer questions.
All right. What would you guys say that makes your club different from other clubs?
Um, I would say that our club is definitely different because it's not about an interest. It's about a group of people who deserve respect and to be listened to. And it's not just about, oh, hey, let's go do art together. This is a serious issue that needs to be discussed in schools because not everybody is getting the representation that they need. And that's what this club stands for.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. I agree with Gail.
Okay. What kind of events do you guys run?
I'm new to the club, so this isn't my thing. So I'm going to let Ariana take over on this one.
So currently we're thinking of events to run this year, of how we can run events this year, given our circumstances. But I know in previous years of being in QSA, I've been QSA for the 4 years I've been at SOAR. So we do poetry slams and we do some crafting. I know uh, in past years we've done the marriage equality booth for Valentine's Day, and if people seem to really like that. And we we hold. I forgot another event that we do, but we used to hold a lot more of like bigger group events, but this year we're kind of trying to find ways to hold those same events, but given our circumstances with corona, we're We're
Yeah.
kind of.
I think every
Yeah.
club is going through that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my next question even kind of relates to that. So like,
Mm.
you guys are basically like, I view you guys as like one giant hug of a club, you know? You go there for support and to feel good about yourself and not have to worry about being judged or, among a lot of other things. So how is that helping hand support going to outreach during this pandemic? Are you guys gonna have a Discord or some sort of social media where people can come and get some help?
We do have an Instagram, and we should probably tag that somewhere at some
No,
point.
shout it out right
Yeah,
now.
right now. Yeah.
I don't know it. Not yet.
We have okay, so
Fair enough. Yeah.
we have two Instagrams. We have one that's a public Instagram that just tells about like events and like um events going on in our club and also just in the world. But then we have a private Instagram for people who are actually interested in the club because we like to keep like the confidentiality of people who might not be comfortable being completely out at school.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm hoping as spirit coordinator and event coordinator, I'm trying to look into seeing if we can get some Zoom meetings going on, especially since people are at home and they might not be in good environments. I know that can be hard, but I'm trying to see if we can figure stuff like that out in a way that keeps everybody safe and also can have QSA in their lives still.
Yeah, because I'm not a part of QSA, but I can see it being a very important part of people's lives, you know?
Definitely.
So, yeah, I really hope you guys do make a good job out of the situation that we're in.
Thank you.
Okay. So, who is your club's advisor?
Our club advisor is Miss Nelson.
Okay. Is she active like in the club and stuff?
She is active in the club.
Okay. Awesome.
I don't. Yeah, she's never missed like a meeting. She's always there. She's pretty active. She's a good club advisor.
It's good.
That's good, that's good. So, in Vent Team, you have to apply and do a whole bunch of stuff. That was the last interview I did. And I'm sure this is a no, but are there any sort of requirements for you to join, or is it just a free place where anyone can really join?
Anybody can join, but I would say a requirement, I guess, would just like be respectful.
Well, that should just be a life requirement.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Be
You
nice.
Yeah.
have to be willing to learn. That's like if you aren't willing to learn, then why are you? That's the entire point of the club.
Yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point.
So we already touched up a little bit on like what your message is, but what would you say your main like goal at SOAR to publicly say to students? What would you say that kind of message would be?
I think the message is kind of just spreading awareness and educating people and kind of like we're all the same. So yeah, I don't really know how to word it, but you know.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I get it.
I would also, maybe add like that we are a home and we all need to work together. And if we don't have, how can I say this? I'm really bad at wording things, like Ariana said, but it's really just about being inclusive and making everybody feel heard. And I think that's kind of what it stands for as a club for our view to the public. And we're not just like, gay this, gay that, but we're to support and be for the people who need to be included.
Definitely.
Of course, because just like it's important for people to learn different cultures or different races, it's important for people to learn different opinions and different preferences out there because what we think might be normal may not be completely normal to someone else.
All right. So another thing that we definitely touched up on earlier was the confidentiality that you guys referred to. How do you ensure this during meetings?
How we ensure confidentiality during meetings? Well, we have a sign-in sheet, so obviously, and then we we don't allow pictures like videotaping in the club because some people do that and they post on their Instagrams or whatever social media they use, like things that they do in the club. And usually, if we do take pictures of the club, it's of officers or people who actively, like, at that moment say, yeah, I'm okay with having my photograph taken. Like, we don't, like, usually yearbook would come in and just, like, start taking pictures with, like, some clubs, but in QSA we don't allow them to take pictures unless everybody in the pictures are completely comfortable being photographed and having that in the yearbook.
Yeah, I've always thought that that was something that was really cool that QSA did. So, all right. One of our final questions that we wanted to ask today was more of an educational question. So, why is the club named QSA and not GSA, like some other high schools?
QSA is Queer Straight Alliance because number one, it's a term that was used as a slur before, and it's now reclaimed by the LGBT community, and so it shows pride in the type of people that we are. Because instead of queer meaning a bad thing, it's now a positive connotation in LGBT language, and because gay isn't all inclusive, although most people will say it is, it doesn't stand for every part of the LGBT spectrum, but queer is used as an umbrella term for everything so that everybody can feel included.
That sums everything up pretty well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, the last thing I wanted to ask was for you guys to plug your socials, anything you have. You guys mentioned Instagram earlier. If you could just look it up and say it out loud,
Yeah,
spell it
okay.
out, however that works. If you guys have Twitter or anything else, plan on doing anything
I'm
else?
sorry. My dog is whiny.
He's not okay.
He wants to
He
answer
wants
the questions
attention.
too.
He feels very strongly about QSA.
Totally. Okay, so our pri- our private Instagram is the Soar QSA, just all together. And then I'm looking for our other one. Teehee.
Okay.
and then our public one is Soar HSQSA.
All right.
Just all together, yeah.
Awesome. I think we've pretty much
And then,
gone over. Sorry.
yeah, and then I think we're all following that. So if you want to text the Instagrams, you can and answer the questions, or you could message officers privately.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to ask a question. Is there any people or any things that the club has done that you just are proud of and want to shout out real quick?
The marriage equality booth, because I feel like everybody really liked that, and it was just something cute to do and kind of like just like a normal thing, and people like, oh, okay, so it's just like a normal club, and we do, and we kind of just do things that like everybody likes, and we get to educate people, and it's just, I feel kind of proud of just being able to like freely talk about the club at school.
Awesome.
That's great. You should be proud. You guys are really doing a great job here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. I think that's all for today. This was QSA and their segment of the Club Rush of 2020. Any final words? Anything else?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Thank you.
all of the clubs, not just us, for having this interaction with people.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Too.
You too.